What's up? What's up? It's Overflow Nexus back again, giving you the latest and greatest updates on the financial markets. How's it going, everybody? It's good to be back on YouTube. I've been streaming on Twitch, so those that don't follow me on Twitch, that's where I've been. Just testing, seeing what what's good, what's not. So I'm streaming on both today just to see how things go. But if you're watching, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm not going to be here too long. I'm just going to give an update on my perspective on the market. And I will be back, on Wednesday and maybe even surprise y'all with tomorrow. But how's everybody going? Hope everybody's doing well. Let me know in the chat if you could hear me or not. If you're not, just say you can't hear me, whatnot. But today has been a long day. I'm just waking up maybe like 20-30 minutes ago. I took a nap. I got out of church early. I went to church, had like a long service, and then I said, let me get some rest before I do a stream, because I'm not about to be tired on this stream. But I appreciate you guys being here. I'm just gonna talk about the market, get into what I see, and go from there. And if you haven't been looking at my posts on my shorts or my just regular uploads, you'll know that I've been pretty consistent with saying where the market's going for the crypto space. So I'm gonna look at Bitcoin, I'm gonna look at XRP, I'm gonna look at Ethereum, I'm gonna look at the Dow Jones, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I got some oatmeal cream pie ice cream waiting for me. But other than that, I hope everybody's been blessed. Hope everybody's doing well, and I hope y'all been staying strong in Jesus' name. Alright, so I'm going to start off with Bitcoin, since that's what I'm looking at currently. And right now I'm looking at the ticker. We have 27 minutes until the weekly candle closes. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. So let's go ahead and jump into the screen. Let's see. Bam. Alright. Let me go ahead and look at this. There we go. I need to reprogram my buttons. Apparently they're not working, my hotkeys. Alright, so looking at Bitcoin. Everybody is a huge fan of Bitcoin, so that's why we're starting off with Bitcoin. But looking at it, we are currently at that weekly sell order block. And right above it, we have a weekly supply zone, the blue zone up here. We're currently in this red zone where I see price rejecting, which is between the 22K 610 to 25K 67. And this is the zone that I'm looking at where price is currently rejecting. I'll go to the daily time frame to give you a better look at it. This is where I think the market will start coming down for personal reasons. I'm going to get into that right now. Coming to the daily time frame, and that's what I want to show you guys. If you look here, let me show you, because I'm going to be quick today. I'm not going to waste y'all's time. We had some divergence here, which is why I was looking at shorting this market. This is what got my attention for it to go short. I said on my live stream on Twitch that the market was going to start coming down in this area. I put an upload, if y'all ever check that out. Put an upload and saying that the market was going to start coming down here. And we had rejection at this area. And not only just rejection, if you look at the volume when it got up to this area, volume started dropping dramatically. So I've been paying attention more to volume lately, because volume, is showing us that where the money's going. It's showing us the fake out, showing if there's real potential in a move. But when we got to this top, notice how we had a bullish volume here, and it failed to break higher than this previous level, that previous high. And seeing the next candle, volume dropped off tremendously, and we just had bearish volume coming into the space in this area. So when I saw that, I started to say, okay, I'm thinking that the sellers, bears, are going to start coming in pretty rampant, and they pretty much did. So this bearish divergence, held to be strong, and I said we'll fall back into this zone, and we pretty much touched it, and now we're waiting for the market to make its real move. Currently, we have a bearish crossover with Ichimoku, and then on Friday there was news that came out, which was in NFP T non-farm payroll came out, and I was thinking that the market was going to move up. So next week, or well, this week anyway, I believe that the market is going to move up a little bit, and then we'll see that continuation to the downside. We'll probably break this zone. If you notice here, that the volume for bears came in pretty strong right there on this candle, right in here. So once I saw that, I said, okay, well, what's gonna have to happen is we're gonna have to have some sort of a correction, and then see if the impulse move will be back to the downside. We already have a bearish crossover, which is why I still am leaning towards that. I'll follow the direction of the crossover, despite what the market's saying or doing, and then I go from, make my analysis from there. So thinking we're gonna have a push up to the upside, about to the 23,138, 35 level. Once we get to that level, then I'll start to look for my shorts up here. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame, break it down there. We might not even get that at all, and I'll explain why. Let me take this off. I don't want that on there. Looking at it here, let's see. Looking at it here, we see what the Ichimoku system's doing. Those that do not know how to read Ichimoku, is quite simple. My biggest thing, if you want to learn how to trade it faster, because it took me forever to learn how to use this properly, but if you want to use this, much better and for more accurate trades, look at the crossover. And what I mean by the crossover, pay attention to the red and blue line. And this is what I'm saying right here. If you follow the crossover, I had a crossover in here, which was bearish. Then you see that we had a bullish crossover. Then we had a bearish crossover. And then we had another one, a bullish one, and then a bearish one right here. If you're paying attention to the crossover, you'll always be in the right direction of the market. The thing is, you might take a couple losses here and there if you're following the crossover, but if you are following it to a T and having small, stop losses, you're gonna catch the big one, and that's what I usually do. I'll take maybe a loss or two, and then I'll catch the big move like this and like this. So you stay with the trend. So right now, the overall direction of the crossover is bearish. I'm following that crossover, and then now we're seeing the market range down here. So we're looking at two things willing to happen here. We're looking at a drop, a base, and probably a rally, or a drop, base out, and then another drop. So this is what I'm looking for in the market right now. And I want to lean towards the bears for this one in this area, and I want to point out the reason why in this area. We don't have any volume coming into this market right here. If buyers were to come into this market, we have to see some sort of volume, and not only just see the volume, we have to see the result of the volume. So without the result and without the effort would be the volume coming in, and the result would be the candlestick pattern, which we would look for a bullish engulfing candle or some type of break to the upside. And right now we don't have that. So right now, currently looking at the data, we're looking more bearish than bullish. And then looking at the TDI here, we do have a bullish signal, but we're still very bearish on that signal if we're looking at purely at the baseline of the TDI. So my bias is to the downside. If you are bullish, type it in the chat. If you are bearish, type it in the chat. Let me know. I'm curious always to know what y'all's thoughts are. I definitely want to know what you guys think about the market, and get y'all's perspective as well. But I'm very bearish right now, just based off what I'm currently seeing in the market. If anything changes, we'll see. We will definitely see. But right now, I'm leaning towards bears taking over this market. Looking at, let's see this. Let me see if there's any divergence at all. Nope, no divergence. There You could argue and say that this is going to the upside the way it's slanted, but it's not clean enough, in my opinion, to call this bullish divergence, where we have a flat bottom here and then an angle to the upside. So we'll see what happens. But most likely I'm looking for bears to take over based off the crossover. But we will see. Market tends to prove you wrong every now and again. So, hey, we'll see. But let me go ahead and turn this around. Boom, drop here. And we also have an N-wave structure forming as well. That's why I'm leaning towards bears. So it's all going to come down to this level. It is a supply zone. I mean, a demand zone. So we will see what happens in here. If you notice back here, the last time we were in these areas, look what happened in here. We pushed up higher, broke here, but we have a demand zone right underneath us anyway. So we'll see how this level holds. I do think we'll come in here, and then after that, it's going to be interesting. All right. So that's my take on Bitcoin. Nothing too crazy, just simple. And then also, if you're looking at the cloud, it's getting a little weaker too. Buyers have to come in this week for the market to move up. There has to be some buying pressure showing us with the volume on the daily time frame. If we don't get that, bye-bye to the market. And then to also further double down on my price prediction to the downside, if you see here, we're at this weekly sell order block. If you see how the price responded to this level, we're closing in the next 17 minutes. This weekly candle will close as a rejection to the downside. If we take Ichimoku off and leave everything else on here, we're looking at a potential move back down to the green zone, which is where I would look for buys in this area. If all else fails here, then we're going to push a lot lower, but we're going to see. I'm thinking bears will come in this week just based off the weekly pressure and the weekly candle close, which will be in 16 minutes now. So that's my price prediction for Bitcoin. We'll be moving back down to, I'm going to say, between 16K and 18K. That's my prediction. Agree or disagree? Let me know, chat. Let me know. I don't mind being wrong, because that's the part of the game. So XRP, everybody's favorite baby. Let's go. Weekly time frame. I'm not really going to pay attention too much to the weekly chart. It's pretty much flat. Overall, it is bearish based on our last crossover was bearish here. And now the market is flat. For me to even consider going short for XRP based off the weekly chart, price has to break. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate that. God bless you.
Another one.
Hey, let's go. Let's see. So, what is your name? You Expedition. I don't even know how to say your name. I'm gonna just call you Xpid. You got a crazy long name on your Twitch handle. So those that don't know, I'm streaming on both Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. Just to let you know, I just like the engagement. So if y'all feel free to chat in the box. I definitely appreciate that follow. God bless you. Appreciate you. Also, looking at like what I was saying about XRP, if I'm gonna even consider going short on XRP, I have to see, based off the weekly. This is not based off any other chart. This is just based off the weekly chart. For me to consider even thinking about shorting, I want to see price. Let me zoom in for you guys to see this, because look what's happening here. You see how it's not closed. The weekly candle is not closing underneath our Tinkinson, our red line here. What I want to see for me to even consider a short is a close right underneath this line right here, right there. That's where I want to see a close, right? So let me make this bright red. The reason why is because with Ichimoku, if you are following the red line, this is pretty much going to be your direction of the market. So if price closes underneath this red line, it's saying that the direction of the market is bearish. So when price is between the red and the blue line here, it's saying it's pretty much 50-50, but you still follow the crossover direction. So if we're following the crossover direction, let me show you some. Let me give you like a little tip here, right? So let me rewind back. Let me go back in time. So look here. So you would think that we're looking to go long. Well, obviously, yes, there's a long, because the market moved up. However, look what's happening. We have a crossover here. Price came back to what? Resistance, right? So when price came back to resistance, let's see the volume happen. Because if you want to take a long here, you want to see price break above the blue line. Not just that, you want to see the volume match that. So look what's happening. We have bullish volume here, and bullish volume here. But notice what was happening. As the price was moving up, buying pressure or volume was decreasing. So we had this happening, which resulted in some bearish divergence there with the volume, right? So since we saw that, the first thing I'm gonna look for, my short around this level. Boom, based off the weekly. This is where I would short the market. Just trading purely the weekly chart, right? So once I see, the market do what it does, I'm gonna play it. Boom, I'm triggered into the trade. Stop loss will be up here. Since it's a weekly time frame, it's got to take a while for it to move. And notice here, I would have made some good profit just trading, just purely the weekly time frame. This is exactly how I trade. This is exactly the strategy I use to take trades. It's nothing very complicated. It's just simple. I figure out the crossover direction, make sure I get to a point of resistance or support based off where the market's at, and I trade it based off there. Now, if I want to get a better entry, like a sniper entry, I'm gonna go to a lower time frame and look for my trade. So if I'm trading the weekly chart, I'm going to go down to the 4-hour time frame, maybe the daily time frame, and look for entry, and maybe even the 1 hour. But I usually like to stay, use at least 2 to 3 time frames when I'm trading. So if I was trading, let's say here, let me do it one more time. Let me show y'all. So I know this is my resistance here. If I was looking to take a trade based off the lower time frames, what I'll do, just for teaching purposes, let me show y'all this. So this was the trade that I took here, but let me show y'all for teaching purposes how I would have got in here, right? So I'm looking at this area, and I'm noticing that volume is, price is moving sideways. We see rejection here. Volume's dying off. The first thing I'm looking for to take a trade in this area, I want to see price break above here. The reason why I know that this was a resistance area, and even without looking at the the higher time frame, what I look for here, I look and see the rejection, and then I look and see the volume breaking off. Once I see the volume breaking off, I'm looking for my signal with the TDI, which would have been on this candle, and I would have been in short all the way through based off based off this time frame. So my entry would have been realistically right here trading this. And then later on, I think I took my first batch of profits right here, and then I waited for the next signal to get in, and I missed this one here, and I caught the rest of this. So this was my last trade I took. If you are in the Discord, if you look in the testimony section, you'll see that I posted this trade in the Discord. So let me go back. And it was on Bitcoin too. It looked just like this one, but that's how I would take the trade. That's how I would look for trades. Nothing too crazy. Just trying to find the best moves in the market. That's how you look for it. Let me see. And right now, currently looking at the daily time frame on XRP. Let me see. Looks like okay, let me do this real quick. I still stand by what I said going short. I'm not going to short this market until we break this line at 36,533. Once we break that level, then I'll look to go short. The reason why is if you look here, we have a whole level of buying pressure. This whole level is buying pressure. Now, it's scary because look here. Those that were trading or like trading breakouts or volume, look at the volume. Here's the effort, right? This is the effort. Look at all that effort. But look at the result of this candle. Most likely the market buyers are going to start looking to come in right here unless, they break below this box, which is why I really want to put it right here. We need a break and close underneath this level to go short. So really 36,757 is what we need to break to go lower. If we don't break this level, then may as well buy the market. So I'm gonna put in a note right here. Let me see. Let me put a note right here, and then I'll look, to make another trade. Price, let's break this level. Who's short? All right, so if price don't break this level, then forget it. all bets off the table. We're gonna keep it like that, and I'll put parentheses for this one. Dang, I really deleted my whole thing. That sucks. There we go. Hold on, let me do this again. Otherwise, we're going to look for longs here. So the best time frame to trade this particular move is go to the 4-hour time frame and start to look for some divergences or any type of reversal. There is no divergence here, so I'm still anticipating a short in this market. We got a bearish. Our last crossover was bearish on the 4-hour time frame, and we're underneath the red line here. So technically, if we want to be aggressive with this move, what we want to do is put a short underneath this level when the candle closes. What time would that be? It's not showing, but that's fine. But you would look for a short underneath here, and that's where you would take the trade. So that's how I would trade this, y'all. All right, that's how I look for trades in this market. I keep it simple. I don't overdo things. I just keep it very simple. And if we go back to that 4-hour time frame, let me show you. We will be, let's see, we will have a little profit right there. So that's what I look for in the market when I take trades. Like that is, I keep it very simple. I don't try to overextend the move or nothing. I just keep it very simple. And then looking at the the market currently, it looks like XRP is going to really rip to the downside here. So, and then everybody has all this. I have to be honest, and those that are wondering where I've been on Twitter, my old Twitter account got banned, so I have not really been on Twitter like that. I made a new account because I said let me get back in the groove on Twitter. I made a new account on Twitter. It's Catchy the Enigma. So if you want to catch me on Twitter, follow me at Catchy the Enigma. I got banned for I'm not gonna say why, because I'm pretty sure I'll get shadow banned on here. But if y'all want to know that personally, I'll tell y'all. If y'all send me a message or whatever, I'll tell y'all why I got banned on Twitter. I lost all my following, and I actually tried to appeal getting my account back. So I'm in the process of trying to get my account back on Twitter, my old account. But if I don't get it, I have a backup account, so it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. It is what it is. But y'all know I don't do stuff for likes and all that. I do stuff because I gotta speak the truth. But anyway, let me go ahead and get back on this analysis. We got 4 minutes until the daily candle closes and the weekly candle closes. So be expecting, some downward movement this week for the market. Let me know in the chat if you agree or disagree. I'd like to know what y'all think for sure. So moving on to Ethereum. We're going to look at Ethereum. I know I got a lot of mess right here. So forgive me for that. But overall, Ethereum is the same as Bitcoin and XRP. Still very bearish here. I want to say, and let me start this all over. I want to clean this up because I don't like having messy charts. Y'all know I don't like dirty charts. So let me remove everything. Let me go back to that weekly. Let me show y'all something that I see here. One of the biggest reasons why I'm looking to move to the downside here is we're at a very strong supply zone here. So I'm gonna keep this blue. I'm gonna put this as weekly supply, or it could be an order block. Either way, they're pretty much the same thing, honestly. Let's be real. You see how the price move very sharp to the downside here, and even here in this area, still the same thing. Sellers are really looking at this area to start pushing this market back down. I don't have my signal yet based off the TDI, but once I get my signal off the TDI, I may just short here, and I'll probably look to take profit somewhere down in here. Actually, nope, not even there. I will look to take profit here at this zone here, because this is the next level where buyers are looking at. I'm gonna turn this into let's turn into a green zone. So yeah, I'm looking at price to move back into this green zone. This is a fractal level right in here. I'm looking at price to come in possibly in here and test in there, and then we'll see if the market will move to the upside or not. So this is weekly fractal zone. All right, so this is where I'm expecting the market to move to. Volume is even low as well. I don't see buyers coming in here. I think buyers are kind of worn out. And if you look down here at this level, there was manipulation of price at this level. Let me show you, and it was kind of hard to catch this. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even catch this bull move to the upside. I'm not even gonna front on that. But what happened in here? Oops. What happened in here? We had a demand zone, right? So about right in here, demand zone. Price came in. Buyers, strong rejection here. Buyers came in, pushed the market up. Price fell back to the demand zone, and then you see what happened in here. Price moved back up to this weekly supply zone. Now we're waiting for the fall back down to the downside. Now let me explain this area, why the market moved this area, like why I see it as manipulation. If you notice, the volume was not that big. No retail trader was really pushing this market up. This was all moved by institutional traders in this area. No retail trader had a hand on this move at all. And if you look down even lower to the the daily time frame, look at the volume. Look at the volume. No retail trader is moving this market. And this is where I was when I saw this move happen, I said, man, this is just to sucker people back into the market. And if you notice what's happening, market's starting to range, starting to go flat, and we have bearish divergence on Ethereum daily chart. Look at that. We have the market moving flat here, and then we have the our TDI moving lower, and volumes pretty much moving lower as well. So we have a lot of indication that the market's going to start moving down this week, even have a bearish crossover on the daily. So I'm looking to short this week for the crypto space. Not much to to say here on Ethereum, but everything's looking bearish. One of the cryptos that caught my attention was Shiba Inu. I'm gonna look at Shiba Inu, then I'm gonna look at the Dow Jones, and then I'm gonna head out. But let me show y'all. So Shiba Inu had bearish divergence too. I believe on my Twitch stream, I actually did say this was gonna move up from here. What I was looking at, I was trading a different way, right? So let me explain my logic here and what I was looking at. So let me take everything off here. So there's so many ways you could trade Ichimoku. That's why I always, people that watch my channel, they get confused on how I trade and why I see certain things the way I see things. But I noticed that this area was a demand zone, and I saw buyers usually tend to come in this area. So I was saying, if we come back to this area, I'll look to go long here on Shiba Inu, right? So Shiba Inu prices came back down. Here it was a little tricky because look what happened. It came down. It didn't necessarily touch, but it went up a little bit. Then it trickled back down to the downside here. And I said, okay, that's interesting. So what I was looking for here, there was some divergence at this level. Very slight divergence. Very, very slight. Let me show you. So we had the price moving lower here. See that right there is moving lower, slanted. And then right here we had our TDI moving higher. So we had some bullish divergence here. So what I was looking for was the signals to get in. Or, there's different ways, but I could wait for the TDI to give me a signal. I could wait for volume to give me a signal. Or I could wait till price breaks above our Tinkerson line and enter. So price broke above the Tinkerson line here. This would be entry for going long. Stop loss right underneath that level. And you just ride this trade up. And then I look for the next major level of resistance, which was up here. This is why I had this drawn up. And if you notice here, I had divergence drawn up here too. I'm actually going to teach y'all. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a separate video of how to catch a market at the end of its trend. I think a lot of people tend to, get too zealous when it comes to trading or when it comes to the market. People, don't pay attention to, strong areas of support and resistance. And when you get to those levels, the best way to find if the trend is about to end and reverse is looking for divergence. So if you notice here at this resistance level, notice here how price was moving up higher while the TDI was moving lower. Volume even gave gave us fake results here. You had a strong effort, but the results was poor. You had rejection at that level, and then you see volume drop tremendously. You should go short right on that candle and then catch that move with a stop loss right above. Now if it went up higher, then that's the market. Sometimes it happens. But if you look here, if you really pay attention to this area, volume dropped, bearish divergence, short. That's a good short right there for the market. So that's how I would take that trade to going short. But I did look at this market going to the upside first for Shiba Inu, and now I think the market's going to follow Bitcoin and everything else. The market's going to drop. That's what I see anyway. So we'll see what happens. And then the future cloud is starting to get bearish too, so we might get a small correction and then a drop. We'll see how this level holds. I noticed that pretty much all the crypto are at demand zones right now, or fractal support levels like this. So if you remember looking at the last three charts, Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum, if you remember, they are all holding at these levels. Same thing with Shiba Inu. If once these levels are broken, these zones are broken, expect the market to drop. Now if these markets hold, and y'all need to pray that these markets hold, Then we could probably get a move back to the upside and probably test new highs. That's why this level's really important, because if this green zone breaks, expect to move back down to this demand zone, this yellow zone down in here. So that's what I'm looking at. Not really seeing any trades unless I go to like a smaller time frame. Let me see. We have a death cross on the hour time frame, so most likely we're gonna probably look to go short. Probably could go short right now with the stop loss right above this level. So it will look something like this. And we'll look to short right here. And as far as targets, I don't have a target based off the hour time frame, but looking at the market, I'm looking at the market really crumbling. But that's what I'm seeing. The market is very bearish to me, especially if we break this zone. I think we will. But the daily I'm gonna get my words tripped up. The daily candle has closed, and now we're starting a new daily candle. So we have now 23 hours and 53 minutes for this candle close. The last candle closed as indecision. Coming down to the hour time frame, I'm still looking to go short. Momentum is still bearish. 4 hour bearish. Yeah, so if I'm gonna take a clean trade here, I will put my my trade entry, my real entry would be right underneath this level. Entry there. Stop loss there. And could argue to put a stop loss right there. But nah, I would look for this move here. Entry. It's a pretty big stop loss, but hey, sometimes you need a stop loss like that. So if you're trading Shiba Inu, this is the trade setup. I don't know if any of y'all trade Shiba Inu or y'all just invest in it, but this is what I would look for. And you could even, if you want to keep your stop loss tight, I would argue to put it right here. Honestly, this is where ideally I would want to put my stop loss right there. Entry right underneath this level, and that's what I'm looking for. So that's what I got for Shiba. Okay, so I'm gonna end it with US 30. US 30 has been moving pretty strong, but we will see how this plays out. If y'all remember my live stream on this, I even called for it to drop. It wasn't even because of Ichimoku. What it really was, let me take this off, it's actually simple. If you notice that the market's ranging in between these two levels, this was an easy trade, honestly. What you would look for to take this, you don't even have to use Ichimoku for this one. And let me show you something. What you would look for, you would look for a rejection. Look at the volume at this level. So notice here the volume was strong. Well, the candle was strong, but the volume dropped. See? And then look, notice what happened here. The next candle, it pretty much is an indecision. Have wicks on both sides, or spinning top, so it's pretty much indecision. Notice that the volume was very bearish here. And then the next candle on the daily, you had a reversal price action candle, and then you have buying pressure, but it was a fail. So should have really entered here or this on either one of these two candles, and you would have been in good profit. The market fell. How many points is that? Dang, that's a lot of points. So that's 1,331 points right there that the market fell from up here. Really higher, but depending on what you're looking at or where you will get in on entry. But that's still a lot of points. And if you're trading forex on a broker, that's a lot of pips. This was 13,310 pips. which is a huge trade on a forex broker. This was a huge trade on a forex broker, but like I said, I had told people to short here. Go look at my shorts. Go look at my uploads. You will see that I called the move to drop to the downside here. And now what we're currently looking for is a short, and I'll explain why. We have a bearish crossover. We are in the TK zone. We have a bearish cloud. Volume drops significantly. TDI is very bearish. So we're looking for a signal here based off the daily. If we're not trading the daily, the only time frame I will look for a trade will be the 1 hour or the 4 hour. Typically, I will look for it on the 1 hour. Let's see, and this is where I will look to go short. It's not really strong here. There is no divergence. The only thing that's getting my attention is the drop of the volume. Look how bad this volume has dropped. So since I've seen that volume drop here, I'm thinking short. But if we could still move a little bit higher before we drop. So gotta be careful with this one. And if we look at the 4 hour time frame, we are sitting at a resistance point on the cloud. So that's why I'm still looking to go short here on the Dow Jones. Still interesting. I want to see what happens here, but I'm still thinking short. Hey, what's up, Diego? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. God bless you, bro. What's up? What's up? You said Master Overflow. Wow. You said cheers from you know where. You're the only guy I ever wrote to on YouTube. Could you analyze the DXY? I did anticipate the drop to 100 that occurred. 25K. Don't really know now if Priv will break supports. Okay, I got you there. Let me look at it for you. Yeah, I'll take a look at the dollar index for you. But yeah, I think this market's about to really drop bad. If the dollar index continues to go up, then I think crypto will have a hard time. And I'm not going to look at it on the... Actually, let me start off on the daily. Let me look here. Because this is going to be interesting. So, based off Ichimoku rules, this is technically bullish. We got a bullish crossover. Price is riding the red line. The only thing that's keeping me from entering on the dollar index, it's very tough. Because there's two things I could see happening here on the dollar index. We have to break above this price at 104.435 to go long. And we have to close at that price, or, above that price. On that price, or, above that price. Now, this is where I'm concerned, because I don't like how flat this line is. This is what gets me. And then this volume is very dead here. So what needs to happen this week? Buyers need to come in this week to push price higher. And I know that sounds very dumb to say that, but it sounds obvious. But I say that because based off how I trade, I need to see not just buying volume, but I need to see price close above there because if you know how Ichimoku works, I don't care what anyone says. Because I looked at so many indicators when I started trading. I looked at, Super Trend, VWAP. I looked at, the RSI. I looked at the 26, the 50 moving average. I looked at all these moving averages. But this is what... Okay, you meant to say price. Okay, I got you. But what I'm saying here is when I seen how Ichimoku flows well, like look how well the candles flow with the red line. As long as price is above this red line or below that red line, you're in the right direction in the market. That's why I say Ichimoku's the best, hands down, in my personal opinion. From day trading to investing, I think Ichimoku is the best, hands down, when it comes to staying with the trend. However, I don't think it's people should just take it for gold, and you have to make your own analysis. But I do think once you understand how Ichimoku works, you could stay in the trend for a long time. Like, I'm looking at this, and you see how well it stayed with the trend. And there's some rules that you could use to counter trend trade with it. But I'm just saying, based off of trend trading, Ichimoku's hands down the best in my opinion. And now, if you look here, this is why I say if we break above and we close above there, I will look to go long. You could look to go long on the hour time frame. That'll be a little risky. Let me see. Because look what's happening here. We do have support here in this area. But the thing is, you have to really believe in what you're seeing to take a long trade here. And then also looking here, we got a bearish. Our last crossover was bearish, but we would have to look for a bullish crossover to go long here. Or you could just be aggressive and take that trade and with a tight stop loss. So it is very interesting. I personally want to wait for the daily time frame candle. And then, yes, you're right. We do have an inverted C clamp right here. We have a big C clamp. So that's why I said this is very interesting, because price could also fall back to these levels. Let me show you. Price could fall back towards this blue line or to this level here. And I'll show you why. It's a fractal level. So price could definitely fall back into this level too, and then start looking to go higher. It's very interesting. That's why I say I'm not gonna make any moves yet. If you saw the news from last week on Friday, when the non-farm payroll news came out, it was bearish. So I said I was talking to one of the guys, because I was staying up I've been staying up late lately. It's been bad. I stayed up until like 4 a.m. The other, maybe about 4 days ago. I stayed up very late playing playing with my homeboy in his stream. He was playing Apex, right? And so I was talking to one of the guys, because he's a day trader as well. So he day trades and plays video games, right? So I was watching his stream, and I was talking with one of the guys in there, and I was telling him don't trade. He's not going to trade the market. And I was saying most likely the market's going to move up on Friday, and then on Monday. Hey, we got another follow. Thank you for the follow, Imposing Cutie. Thank you.
Another one.
Let's go. Appreciate the love. Thank you for supporting the Twitch channel. Appreciate that. I don't know why my Twitch views show 0 when I could see that there's actually people on my chat, talking from Twitch. But so it's weird. It's whatever. But I don't know. I think I might need to fix that button. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, I was saying that I was looking for the market this week to start moving to the downside. So we may see the dollar index move lower first, probably to this green zone or down to this blue key Jensen level. Look to start going long here, or look to start going long here. I don't know which one's going to play out. I don't know if it's going to play out like that, but that's what I'm anticipating happen. I still am looking for the long overall. Or it could long here today, on Monday, right off the rip. These are the 3 scenarios that I see happening. Right off the rip, we start moving up. We move down into this green zone, then look for the trade. Or we move down to this blue zone, blue level of the Kijun, and start moving up. That's what I see anyway. Excuse me. If I'm wrong, then hey, I'll take my L. But that's what I'm seeing this market do. I'm trying to figure out which one is most likely going to happen. That's why I said if I'm going to take this trade, I'm not even going to bother. Actually, I'm going to keep those on. I'm not even going to bother trading on the smaller time frames. I don't want to get caught. I'd rather wait till the daily time frame closes tomorrow. Got 21 hours for this candle to close. So I'll wait 21 hours just to see if I got a good trade here or not. If not, no trade. Sometimes you got to be patient and wait for the trade. So I'm going to put an alert here. I'm going to set it as buy now. All right. So this is what I'm looking for tomorrow. If I get an alert here, I will tell my the people that are in the student Discord or anybody that's in the Discord, I will tell them to start looking for a buy opportunity on the dollar index. All right. So that's what I'm looking for. Let's see. I'll take requests today. I usually don't take requests. But if there are any requests that y'all have, whether it be stocks, forex, or cryptocurrencies, metals, I don't care what it is. All markets, trust me, are the same. But let me know if y'all have any requests, and I'll take a look at that currency for you, give my take on it. If you like my take, you could go run with it. If you don't like it, you don't have to run with it. But let me know what if y'all have any requests, whether it be stocks, forex, crypto, metals, I don't care. Futures, I don't care. We'll look at them. So let me know, because I said I wasn't gonna be on this stream long. I have oatmeal cream pie, ice cream waiting for me, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday, and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday as well. So let me know if y'all have any requests. If not, I'm out 5,000, as my teacher would say. But yeah, let me see if y'all got any requests. Any requests? And I appreciate y'all helping me on Twitch. I'm trying to hit my what's it called? I forget how the names of Twitch, how it works. I think it's affiliate. I'm trying to be affiliate on Twitch, so I could get my so I could start creating badges and points and all the point system on Twitch. So y'all can make me do exercises during my stream, because sometimes I get lazy. But I have been working out lately, man. I think it was Wednesday or Monday or Wednesday. I was working upper body, and I'm trying to work on handstand push-ups and planche push-ups. Right, I was doing pseudo push-ups because I really want to start getting into the body weight training. Because I used to be a personal trainer. I still do personal training. I say used to because I don't really do it like that. But I'm trying to get into the what's it called? The calisthenic type of training, because I do love the body weight training style. I like the tricks and the skills that they do. I like to use the rings and all that. So one of these days, if y'all see if I have a new setup and all that, I'll be working out in front of y'all while looking at the charts. That'd be cool. Because sometimes I get lazy and I don't do my workout, and I'm like, okay, I need to stop doing that. But I want to be more consistent with, my workouts. I do have a story to tell y'all. I don't know if I'm going to save it for Wednesday, because Wednesday I'm going to be back on here on Twitch and YouTube. I'll be talking about AI on Wednesday. I'm going to be talking about how knowledge is about to start accelerating like it used to be. Wednesdays are going to be more controversial topics. I'm not going to do any type of day trading. I might look at the chart, a few charts on Wednesday, but it's basically going to be very controversial topics. So Wednesdays are going to be controversial topics. If you want to give me a topic to talk about or look into, whether that be spiritual, whether that be conspiracy theory or whatever, I'll give my thoughts on it. And I'll pray about it, because there's some things that I've been talking to God about, and AI is definitely one of those things I've been talking to God about. So I will talk to y'all about that on Wednesday. So it's going to be interesting on Wednesday. So stay tuned to talk about some interesting things. I've been seeing some crazy stuff when it comes to AI. Some crazy stuff. You said, Diego, don't you see bearish divergence on the daily? I see what you're saying. That's not really bearish divergence, because the price right here is falling down too. Because if that's gonna be, let me zoom in so you can see what I'm seeing. I don't know if you see it clearly here. I don't know. But let me show you why it's not bearish divergence. Look at the price. This is moving down, and this is moving down as well. So there's no bearish divergence here on the daily. But that's why I said, for me, it's hard to take a trade here because there is support here. And I actually should move this up, or at least clone it. Let me show you why. Because there is support here. Don't get me wrong, there is support here. However, it's the thing with this support in this area, and I'd rather keep this on the hour smaller time frames, but I'll keep it here for now. But the reason why I'm looking for a long, because the market can still bounce up from here, because there is hidden, and this is why I use fractals, because there's hidden levels of support and resistance if you don't use these fractals, and that's why I use them. A lot of people don't know how to use fractals. That's why I teach them. That's why I talk about them and use them. Like right here. So if you see this is support, right? But look what happens. The market comes up, broke resistance here, held resistance here, broke support, and look what happened. And you could also use that level as resistance as well, because if price comes back to it, then obviously it's going to move lower. So if you look here, look what happened. Price came back to this level, had a hard time, fell, then it consolidated, fell again, and then it eventually broke up. So this is a level, for a fractal level as well. It's very difficult to explain fractals if you're not used to it. That's why I have educational sessions sometimes, just to teach instead of just looking at the charts. I think education is important when it comes to trading. I talk about psychology of being a trader. I talk about, entering the market, how I use Ichimoku, etc., etc., etc. But there's different ways to, trade the market. I just mix different styles to get a very sniper-like, entry into the markets. But that being said, like I said, Wednesday, I will be back here Wednesday. I might be back here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So don't be surprised if you see me here at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I was really debating if I wanted to, because I wanted to stay up late, but I actually wanted to sleep because my mind needs the rest and I need to sleep. So I've been enjoying, taking time off of streaming and coming back and not, killing myself for this. But I do want to be more consistent with streaming. I do want to be more consistent with giving out content and everything. I do want to do workout videos for you guys, but I don't know what type of and I might actually get back into doing some martial arts, so I might do that on the channel, but it'll be in like vlog form, so stay tuned for that. So Diego, you said good idea to wait 21 hours. Yeah, it's too early to call the move, man. Like, if you want to be aggressive, this is my take. If you want to be aggressive, mark this area up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. So from the bottom of this bearish candle to the bottom of this second candle, or the previous candle, right? So mark those levels up. Come down to the 1 hour time frame. Oops, let me do this. I should have made this visible beforehand. Let me do this real quick. And let me explain how to get in this move. Because it's not hard to get in this move. It's just the matter of, being patient to get in. Right? Let me show you. All right. So if we go down to the 1 hour time frame, and I'm going to end here. Let me show you this. Let me take Ichimoku off. So technically, we're really looking to go long in this green zone, right? What I want to see here, I want to see volume increase. We don't have that. So the next thing I will look at, let's put Ichimoku back on. Still don't have that even with Ichimoku. So it's hard to say here. Now, let's say we take Ichimoku off. Let's see if there's any divergence at all. Let's see. This is coming up. No divergence. Wow, so there's no move to take a trade yet. So most likely, if this is the case, price may fall into this next zone, and then we'll look to go up. And I really don't want it to be on this time frame. I want it to be just only on the daily. All right, so we have 3 scenarios, really 4 scenarios. I personally think we'll come down first, and then we'll look for our trades between this level and this level, maybe even here, because there is a support level that I didn't mark up right there, but I don't want too much clutter. But I'm looking to go. I would look to go short first and then long. That's my take. That's my bias. But we will see. All right, we will see. That being said, I appreciate you all for joining this stream. I thank y'all for those that, followed on Twitch. Diego, I appreciate you for chatting with me. Don't be shy, you guys. If this is your first time, checking me out, don't be shy to talk with me. I like chatting. And also join the Discord group. Let me test it real quick. I don't know if it works. Let me see. Exclamation point Discord. All right, so it works for the Twitch. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, there we go. So there's the Discord group. I just put it in the chat. It was sent out to Twitch and YouTube viewers. So appreciate y'all. If y'all want to join the Discord, go ahead and join the Discord if you aren't already in it. And if you are, feel free to chat it up. I'm going to be more active in there. I just been going to church and enjoying life and enjoying family and everything. Just being focused. But other than that, appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed in Jesus' name, and I will see y'all in the next stream. Peace.